Hey guys, so I'm here doing a Blanc modular face mask review. I figured, um, I guess a bunch of people still haven't gotten theirs, but I got mine, and suffice it to say, it sucks. It is not at all worth the amount of money that I put into this as a backer. I feel like it's essentially a scam. Um, but let me show you what they gave us. So I'm going to turn the camera. So right here, see the box here and everything, right? It was super taped up. Like, I don't know. I should be showing my personal info. Hopefully, I didn't show that. I can take that out if not. But so here's all this stuff. I've already unwrapped it a bit. So let's see here. So yeah, here we have, as we can see, kind of the skeleton, if you will. It's, I guess, okay, but you can see this is this kind of a foamy kind of stuff. Like, all these pieces are kind of loose. It's this also came with zero instructions on how to put it together. Kind of weird. We have this guy, this little flimsy guy. Now, I believe this is supposed to go on here like this. You can see maybe how it has like a little rim over here. So that should be able to hook up to these pieces, as you can see. But this is so flimsy that it just doesn't aptly connect. Not only that, but it seems almost to be like just inappropriate in size. I'm not going to do the justice of trying to put it together now. I already have. It just doesn't connect really, and it doesn't stay fitted. It's so flimsy and stuff. It's not good material. And then we have this little blank mask thingy-majiggy, whatever the hell. It's like a strap, I guess. These, again, there's no instructions for this, which kind of sucks. We have the, let's see, the bottom and top pieces, right? These plastic pieces here are, I guess they're okay. It's decent plastic. Honestly, kind of fragile, but whatever. And then we have these filters. Again, no super clear instructions, which sucks as far as just trying to apply these. You would think like it doesn't clearly fit in here. It's a little too big. Same with in here. Maybe it's supposed to like be pressed in, maybe, I guess. But and again, if it goes on here, it seems like if it goes here, it could just easily slip out. It definitely doesn't go up there. Just kind of weird. And then we have the visor. The visor guides in here in plastic, but the visor seems to be okay as far as like material wise. It's, can see through it and everything. I mean, but in reality, like a lot of these pieces just don't clip or fit appropriately, which is what I keep seeing in the comments with a whole bunch of other people. Unfortunately, I am unable to leave comments currently on the official website, on the Indiegogo website. It says that I have to be a backer. I'm definitely a backer. I got this all in the mail and everything. But anyhow, no, it's a sham. There's no instructions. The pieces themselves don't really clip together well. It's just shitty. I'm gonna do my best to put it together here, and then I'm just gonna skip forward to that. So let's. All right, so here we are trying to put in the filters. Now, what it looks like I'm supposed to do is essentially use these little guys. You can see here, there's like little clips, and they're supposed to punch in here. Now this bottom one, this does work. Hold on. Yeah, as you can see, I'm able to get that to punch in. I didn't do the best job at just positioning this. Let's see here, because I'm just being. But the top one keeps coming loose. Unfortunately, like it'll press in at first. And again, I'm just assuming that this is what I'm supposed to do. They both have that little clippy thing, but this keeps like popping off. And then, yeah, it just popped. I don't know if you could hear that, but again, I'm just assuming there's no instructions. But it seems like, you know, these little clips are supposed to keep the filters in here. That's my guess. Yeah, it keeps popping off, like it can't hold it. And then I'll show you the next piece here. So now we got this piece here. As you can see, the filters are already falling away again. But this, I don't know if this is like a kind of silicone, essentially. But, you know, this is supposed to wrap around so as to create a good, like, suction or something like that. But as you can already kind of see here, it was designed with these little things that should be able to poke in and, you know, essentially adhere it. I'll take this off for a second so you can see. This, you can see there's a little groove here for it to fit in, but they didn't make any additional real grooves for these. Now, I did just think like, well, what if this is upside down? Is it possible that I have this upside down? Let's go ahead and check that. No, the answer is no. It doesn't matter. It's the same on both sides. Has the exact same little dimensions here, as you can see across. But throughout this entire the skeleton piece, there's nowhere where there's like little additional indentations. But honestly, even if there were, this material is so flimsy that it's not going to stay on there. And certainly, even if like I can get it on there and I can flip it and turn it upside down, you know, that's, you know, I can do this and that, and it won't fall, but the pieces just don't stick in truly. But let's, I'll also show you. So on the sides here, this part here appears to be to hook this little guy onto, right? So should just be able to. Sorry, I'm not a professional YouTuber at all. Hold on. And you can see I was able to hook that on here. And I actually have this on the wrong side. Actually, do I? No, I don't. They both say, as you can see here, it says top, bottom. On this side, that's correct. On this side, maybe if I just flip it over, it's weird. Yeah, okay, I did have that wrong. So that fits. It was fitting before anyway. But anyhow, so those fit on there. And, you know, of course, I'm assuming this strap goes through here, as we can see, like just kind of threading. So let me see if I can get that to do what I want it to do. But the issue here is that I don't really see how it will stay like snugly. Exactly. There's no additional piece to kind of save it there, but we'll take a look. Hold on. Okay, so I was able to get it to connect. But again, one issue that I can potentially see is that the only thing holding it in lock here is this very small twist, and that can easily pop out. You know, so that's a little discouraging. But now let's look at the little plastic parts here and see how those fit on here. Really quick, I do want to show this here just because I wanted to make sure I gave it the best chance possible of working. This part down here is seeming to stay where it needs to be. But this part up here on the top, and I've taken some time to look further into this, there's, little indentation wherein the filter should be able to set. But even upon what I would say is near perfect setting, again, I'm not going to get as perfect right here just because I'm using this, but I push it down. So it's supposed to like clip in, but as you'll see, yep, immediately pops back up. So leaving this loose, when I take out the filter, one second, and I push it down, it does stay better, but I'm just going to give it like a tiniest little tap here and it pops out immediately. So it's not just that the filter is making it too challenging for it to stick or something like that. It's that the piece itself, I think when met with the resistance of the foam, seems to just really easily be able to pop out. So unfortunately, that means that this filter is not going to work here. The bottom one is, but that kind of renders the whole point of this kind of useless. It's supposed to be blocking up here as well. And, there might be some things I could do to jerry rig it to force it to stay down, I'm sure. But clearly that's a design flaw. But yeah, again, let's look at these guys here. All right, so for what it's worth, these pieces do clip in correctly and they seem to be stable. Now I'm going to have to take one of them off again. So I think maybe the visor was meant to go in first. So I'm going to redo that here and then see how it all clips together. But for what it's worth, these seem to be sticking appropriately. So we'll see. Real quick, just wanted to show you guys too. It appears that these little guys, I'm assuming, are supposed to go right here. You can see that there is a little hole up here. And I was able to press this little guy through. So I'm guessing that's correct. So I'm going to continue with this, because we just want to see. Unfortunately, putting this one on the top, it just makes it even more challenging for the thing to stay stuck for the filter. So again, I can try and jerry rig it, but I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. I don't think that I'm supposed to have to like put flipping like staples in or something, which then again also would impair its ability. Like we're in a pandemic. I'm supposed to be able to use this in theory to protect me from COVID and stuff like that. And I'm supposed to be able to switch these filters out. Oh, I should say too, only came with one set of filters. I'll have to check and see what actually came with the backing order, but that's kind of insane. Like you're supposed to replace your filters, I only have enough for like a one-time use. It's kind of nuts. But anyhow, I'll get back to it. Really quick here too with the visor, I just want to show you guys on the bottom, presumably this looks kind of how it's supposed to. Like you have these little nubbins to help it, clip in. But on the top here, or the bottom, whichever you decide it is, you can see it left little bits of like glue on here, which is going to make it challenging to get that to fit in. And we see this, and there's also just parts where it seems to have not been cut very well. So we'll see. Now I got the lens on here. Looks kind of cool, but it is not a perfect kind of fit. There's little gaps and stuff, and in the little places where it does have it able to fit in, because there's little nodule kind of things, whatever they're called, where it's supposed to clip. It's not perfect, but I digress. Let's continue. Now, so far, that I mean, that looks pretty cool, right? But again, one thing that we do see is, and this is just because of the design, you can see that it begins to lift up right about here, and it does this on both sides. You can see where that little lip is. Um, yeah, it comes up, and it literally leaves a gap. Um, and that's with all of it clipped in, and I think that that's just because of the design and that it wasn't really assembled perfectly. Um, oh, and it should be noted. Look at this. Upon assembly, both of these guys fell out, so that sucks. But let's continue. Now fully assembled, arguably, again, no instructions, save for the filters, which fell out upon putting onto these guys because, again, those clips just do not stay in there very well. Um, so that sucks. But this is what we're looking at. As you can see, this guy is already starting to like come up and off. I've worked this to try and make it absolutely stick as good as possible. Um, but you can see it just it doesn't settle. Um, it falls out pretty easily. But you know, just for funsies, let's put this guy on and see how it looks. Now I gotta say, it looks pretty cool. Um, but the fit, I might have. It could be just an issue of me needing to adjust the straps, but the fit is not great. As I talk, it's already like shifting down on my face. You can see if I were to keep talking, it's like going. So anyhow, so that's not great. Also, the silicone just is already lifting up. I can already tell that it's just not secure. Yeah, I can feel with my fingers. It's come up all over the place. It keeps falling down. Um, I'll try adjusting the straps and see if that helps. So I've adjusted the straps, and does it help out? Kind of, but I'm already having a little bit of the same issue, just slightly slower. It's already kind of seeping below my face. As I'm talking, I'm gonna have to keep like readjusting, and every time I readjust, of course, that little plastic silicone piece or whatever on the inside is going to fall. So no bueno. Um, yeah, as you can, that guy's just already lifted up and stuff. It's just this guy just doesn't work at all. That's fake, essentially. That's nothing. Um, also, I was noting that um, the visor was already starting to fog up. Now, to be fair, I did not have the filters in there because it fell out, but I suspect that I might have continued to run into similar issues even with the filters in there. It's because you would think maybe without the filters it wouldn't fog up so much. But that's what we're looking at. So all in all, yeah, this is definitely a fail. I forget. I feel like I backed it at like $90 or something like that. So, um, it's a cool Halloween mask. Um, I guess, but honestly, um, even as a Halloween mask, kind of sucks. Especially for how much it costs. And it falls off my face so easily. Again, there was no instructions at all. And it should be noted that the whole team behind this has not been available, it seems, to anybody. On their website, you just have a slew of comments and no response from the company. Um, and they have been MIA when concerned with, in regards to getting out emails. So, yeah, super ripoff. Do not buy. Not worth the money. Uh, again, like for like Halloween, maybe I might pay like, I mean, I wouldn't pay for it, but like, at like Spirit or something, like $20. Not at all what we paid for. Um, yeah, just kind of sucks. Do not support this company. Unless they come back in a big way and make a big difference, because they got a lot of money from people and they took a long time getting this out. It was like a year and a half. I'd really been hoping on this and stuff, but yeah, sucks. Anyways, there you go. There's my review. Thank you. Just adding this part to the end here, I realized that there was another additional piece in my stuff. So presumably this little filter guy goes right up here. You can see I've also re-put in the filters just to give it a fighting chance. I have a feeling this is not really going to help it a ton, but here goes. I'm just gonna add this in here. So again, here it is put on. Um, it felt okay before I just now started talking, because it's already starting to slip and slide. I'm having to be very cautious about how much I move my mouth. Otherwise, we start getting things like this. Yeah, and it's no bueno. No good. Yep. It's for. Yep. See all that? It fell off on its own. The filters stayed in this time, which is cool. But it should be noted that the one on the top that I just added on here itself feels very loose. Like it's not well fitted. Yeah, I mean, not that we needed any more evidence, but this is totally just a fail. So, yeah, thank you.